Hey folks, it's Chris Ward. Welcome to the MicroNuggets for Lync Server 2013 and an intro to Lync 2013 management tools. In any environment, it's really important to be able to manage things, and that's what the management tools allows us to do. So the two questions we're going to really look at here in this MicroNugget are, what are the tools that we use for Lync Server 2013? There's actually two primary, and then I call a third or a tertiary kind of underneath that's running for both of them, and we'll show you what that means. And then when should I use them? Can I use one rather than the other? Should I use one all the time? Should I never use one? You know, those kind of questions that we can ask when we're looking at the two that we're going to utilize. So let's take a look at both of them. We are talking about Microsoft, so obviously one of the things that we're going to have is a GUI. In this case, it's called the Lync Server Control Panel, and it's just exactly what it looks like here, and we'll take a look at it on my Lync server here in just a second. But it's a GUI with a couple of, we have your tabs over here that you can click on, and then it opens up a separate pane, and then on the top you're going to have a little ribbon with multiple selections that you can use, and then you do all the nitty-gritty detail down here. Rather straightforward, rather simple. One requirement, though, that you do need to know about, and that is you do need Microsoft Silverlight, and it's required in order to run that in a browser that's Silverlight enabled as well. So that's just something to kind of think about when you are doing this. The good news is most everybody's running this in a Microsoft environment, so you just need to download the plugin and you're good to go. And then the second one over here is the Lync Server Management Shell. And the Lync Server Management Shell, and by the way, Lync Server Control Panel, both of these are under the hood running on PowerShell. Now, what does that mean? Well, the Lync Server Management Shell obviously has specific commandlets that are running in a PowerShell environment that are specific for Lync Server 2013. And so that's why you would utilize this. Here's the deal. 100% of all management can be accomplished with Lync Server Management Shell. You can do everything. 100%. Everything you need to do is going to be enabled in Lync Server Management Shell. Over here, I would say safely 90 to 95% of what you need to accomplish can be done in the control panel. But notice that's not 100%. Now we're going to show to you the one main reason why you're going to want to utilize your Lync Server Management Shell, and that's going to be RBAC, Role-Based Access Control. But first let's take a look at each one of these and get an idea of what it does. So I'm over here on one of my front-end servers. I've already logged in. To get to these management tools, you're going to go ahead and come down over here to where my little charms are here, and check this out. Microsoft Lync 2013. So here's Lync Server Control Panel. That's the one we're going to take a look at first. This is also where you're going to have your Lync Server Deployment Wizard, your Topology Builder, which we'll probably do some micronuggets on each one of these and kind of show you some cool things with them. But and here is the Lync Server Management Shell. Now, if you go to Lync Server Control Panel and just simply click on it, it's going to load it up and it's going to ask you, all right, what are your credentials in order for you to get into here? It will use whatever account you are currently logged into as its default. If you want to use another account, let's say you've logged in as a regular guy and then you realize, oh, I want to use my Lync Server admin account that I have. Not a problem. You then would just click on use another account and it would then put in the password and it'll say, oh, you're using this particular control panel as Bob or James, or in this case, Laura K. Because, by the way, as of the recording of this MicroNugget, it is Laura K's birthday. Happy birthday, Laura. But we'll go ahead and use Nugget Lab Trainer. I haven't set Laura up with the appropriate permissions yet on this. So put in my top secret password here, and boom, off we go. Remember, you do need Microsoft Silverlight in order to run this. Check this out. Everything here on the front or home page is kind of like your dashboard where you can view your roles. In this case, you can see I'm the all-powerful Communication Services Server Administrator as well as the Communication Services Administrator, which means I can pretty much do everything. In fact, I can do everything in a Lync Server 2013 environment. However, if you were different and you're logging into Lync Server as maybe a help desk tech, it would then show you that you're a CS help desk, and then you would only have the appropriate things that are given to you over here. So it's kind of cool little feature. It is a GUI, which means, like I said, you have your tabs over here. I would almost say a reverse ribbon, kind of like the Office ribbon. But the only reason I say that is because if you click on Users, you'll notice the ribbon's up here and you can select on some of the things. In fact, speaking of Laura, let's go ahead and see if I've got her set up here as a user. Of course, I have to type it. So if I want to search for one of my users, I can click on Find, and I right-clicked it, and so it said Silverlight, if you notice that. It tells you that you can search for them by name, display name, first name, last name, SAM account name. You can see why utilizing this versus a command shell or a PowerShell environment is much more civilized and a little easier to remember, because otherwise you have to like, okay, I want to look it up by the SAM account name. What is the, okay, and get CS user SAM account. And you have to think about it. Here, you just type in the person's name and you get it. And then you, of course, you double click or click on edit, and you're able to go in here and do some editing on some of the features that Laura is allowed to utilize. In this case, she can only do PC to PC only. If I want to change her over to an enterprise voice client, I can then click on here and put her extension and everything else in there. We can do some fun stuff like that. So basically, that is the Microsoft Lync Server 2013 control panel. You can always sign back out, or in this case, close. Now, of course, let me cancel this. Bring it back. It's going to say, by the way, if you close it, you're going to lose any changes. Not a problem. We'll do that. Now, down here, you can see I've already opened this up, and that is to show you the Lync Server Management Shell. Hello, it's not blue, it's black. It looks like a command prompt, but check this out. There it is, PowerShell, C, User Trainer, Nugget Lab. Now, let me tell you what this is in just a second. Let me come back here to my, my slides. One of the primary reasons why you would use this instead of the control panel is right here on the second bullet. Only through the management shell can you do RBAC, role-based access control panel, or access control. Yeah, sorry, control panel, can't be done. What this allows you to do is grant specific groups of users the ability to do certain management tasks. Now, here's the thing. The role will then give you a certain list of commandlets you're allowed to activate in, of course, the either the user control panel or in the management shell. And these are going to be then on a scope of objects, usually on user accounts that are in an OU, or maybe based upon servers that are placed in sites. And what this means is you already have some predefined RBACs, or role-based access controls. You can't edit them, but you can take these and turn them as templates and create new roles. Cool. So I can make new RBACs. So let's go back here, and I'll minimize this, and I'll just show you the command. I already issued it, and because it's a MicroNugget, don't want to take too much time on this. I have typed in this command right here: new CSAdmin role identity CSAdmin light. I'm using the template of the CS help desk, which is one of those predefined ones, and then the script modules that I want them to be able to run is a PS1 file that I've created called CS help light. And so I issued this commandlet, and at the end of it, it said, all right, here's what you've done. You've accomplished everything you need to do, including the script modules. This is a global config RBAC, so it starts from the entire environment. Think almost like a domain-wide. It's not at an OU level. And the template that I used is going to be the CS help desk, which is one of those RBACs that are in place, like we talked about. So just to show you, this is the PowerShell side of things, and of course you have the control panel side of things, or you have the control panel side of things to do it more in a GUI format. So I hope you enjoy Microsoft Lync. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for joining me.